Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to be teaching you the easiest way to make coins over Team of the Season so you can get a god squad like myself. So if you're new around here and you appreciate that, just drop a like down below to say thank you. And of course, if you want to win one of 5 copies of EAFC, all you got to do is subscribe, send me proof, and you'll be entered in. We're giving it away at 14k subs. We are 700 subs away, guys. You're smashing it, getting very close. So make sure to send over those proofs. And of course, as usual, if you want coins in a cheaper way. So if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description and let's get into it. So guys, before we get into the video, we've got my PL Tots player pack. Hope you like the new sponsor drip, by the way, but we're going to open this up. If we get a good player, and by good player I just mean one of the top 5 at least, I will add an extra copy into the EAFC giveaway. Now, I'll be honest, we've got Saliba already. We've got Tots Son as a red, so both of those would be redundant. I can see, what have we got? What have we got? Oh. When I saw that flag, oh. Both from that pack there. First of all, the easiest thing to do right now is of course trade with the current special cards, which are Team of the Seasons. And being that Arsenal seem to just have an absolute flurry of cheap as hell Team of the Seasons, they're not a bad place to start. So if we go over to Team of the Season and Arsenal, right now Odegaard and Ramsdale and Zinchenko really top the bottom there. And I apologise for the unbelievable Riz interrupting the video. But as you can see, we got Ramsdale 30k, Zinchenko there's 70. I mean, without really looking much, you can see it's not going to take a lot in order to get a cheap Arsenal Tots. However, if you do want to get Ramsdale out of the mix, you want to go for chemistry style as basic. What that means is you're only going to get the outfield players. It gives us Zinchenko and Odegaard as the kind of lower limit of that. But it does mean that you get rid of the kind of the lowest of the low, which is Ramsdale, which is good because that means we can snipe some more expensive players. But as you can see, we've got Odegaard and Zinchenko at the bottom here. We're looking at probably, I'd say 56k for the sell-on. Looks about right, 56. So EA tax on that is going to be 10% half, so 5.6 half. It's basically 3,000 coins. So if we go, I think there was a 52 there. That's actually a snipe. So unfortunately we've missed that, but that would have been a snipe. So 53 is where you need to snipe just to break even. Basically, you'll make a couple hundred coins. So if we go down to 51, 500 or even 52, there is... We've missed a 48 already. I mean, it shows you how much profit there is, guys, but I don't know how we missed... Oh... I've missed about 7 or 8k of profit there in about 10 seconds. We're going to go down a little bit purely because when the market's on a downtrend, you do not want to be sniping up because you will lose some coins. So hopefully we can grab ourselves a Zinni. I mean, he seems to be in quite high demand right now. We've managed to get a 51k. We're going to sell it on for 55. We're going to get it gone a little bit quicker. The reason we're doing that is just because simply if the market is going down, you do not want your coins held. Yesterday, we had an insane messy snipe that I ended up losing coins on because I didn't sell him at the right price. And he ended up dropping by 50k, which honestly made my blood boil. Now, of course, little honourable mention, when we kicked out Ramsdale from the first filter, if you go Premier League goalkeeper, we've got Ramsdale and De Gea, both pretty much in the mud in terms of price, but really easy to snipe. Unfortunately, they are both trash. Now, a filter where the players have really lined up in pricing recently is this one here. We got Papin, we got Govu, and we got Okocha. Now, obviously, Papin is the cheapest and has been for a while, but Govu and Okocha have got a lot cheaper. If we go for, I think, 130k, you should be able to find yourself some Govus and Okochas there. Obviously, Papin really does lower the kind of standard for this one. So how can you get rid of him? Obviously, I think Papin only comes in at a centre forward. I don't think you can go cam. So, because the other two can go cam, you want to pop it over to cam, and that's where you will find yourselves the Govus and the Okochas. So it makes the filter a little bit easier to do. It means you can actually filter out with the kind of more expensive players there. So it's a good one to do here. You're looking at maybe 180k as you can see there. So you want to do a bit of compare price, see if you can get a good Okocha snipe, see if you can get a good Govu, whatever's going to come up. Of course, if you have less coins, you can take this exact same filter, same concept, go over to normal foot heroes, League One. You've got Pele in there at 40k, really, really cheap. You're also going to find yourself, if we go a little bit further, and you're going to have your, I mean, even Janola, I think, is under 200k now. I mean, yeah, you've got Papin, we've got Govu, you've got Pele. How much is Janola? Is he like 300k maybe? But you've also should have, let's have a look. You've got Papin, Govu. Is that just them? Papin, Govu, and Pele? Is it just those three? Maybe it is. Maybe off the top of my head, I'm thinking a bit whack. But this is, you know, simple as filter. I mean, it goes down to 17k, and you can literally just compare price your way to a good snipe here. There's one at 15 there. I think that's probably a good point to grab these at. You can even get them as low as 14. So you can just go on that 15 and do compare price. So, oh, 14,250. That's nice. Oh, right. I mean, it's a nice one, but we've missed it. Good one to go over to as well. Fantasy Foot. These cards still have a little bit of value. You can see they're still kind of sitting at that 20k mark. So if we go down here, 20k, you've got some at 16, but I think the lowest, once again, like most specials, is around 10. So if we do a little bit of compare price on these bad boys here, you got 14 straight away. I mean, unfortunately, it got sniped out of our hands, but it was in our hands. If you take yourself over to Fantasy Foot Hero and pop it in at Striker, you're going to find yourself the likes of Morientes. Obviously, Ginola and Okocha probably aren't going to come up. Neither is Dean and Harley. But you do have a crouch card. You've also got yourselves as well, on top of that, a Papping card, and they're all quite cheap. So as a Striker filter, it's quite good. I actually don't know how I didn't really think of this a little bit sooner, because this one's kind of been under my nose for a while. But it's a really good one here. Unfortunately, the other day I got Papping from one of the SBCs where you guaranteed a hero. So we did take a bit of an L on that one there. I don't know if that 50k was a big snipe there. Let's have a look. 50k. Okay, maybe not. Crouch is just absolutely in the mud. Now, obviously, you can snipe Crouch and Ledley King together, and we're just going to make sure that these guys aren't, you know, obviously the minimum isn't 50k, because that would be unfortunate. Let's have a look at Crouch there. I believe it's 10, to my knowledge. Let's have a look. It is 50k. Right, I'm not going to cut this out of the video. I want to be transparent with you guys, but this one doesn't work because obviously we've got yourself Crouch there. However, how you can make it work and give yourselves a bit of an opportunity to buy, you work out the price of Morientes, who is going for 80,000 coins. You want to pop yourself to 75,000 coins, and you want to pop on Striker, and what you do is you compare price until you find a Morientes, or you can also get yourself a Papping. So if you go to the end here, you'd want to go there. Now, of course, because there's so many crouches over the day mark, I can't do it right now, but you guys will be able to do it as long as they're not there. Now, moving over to Future Stars, Prem and Chelsea, we've got Mudryk and we've got Enzo Fernandez. Now, both of these cards have absolutely rocketed down. You had, I think, a 2 million Enzo Fernandez card and what was respectively a Mudryk card that was insanely expensive as well. But you can pick up all of their variants through this filter, so you've got a good opportunity to get them. And you're realistically looking at about 340k right now, 345 for Mudryk. So I'd probably say, I mean, if we take off the midfielder, how many have we got there? There's a few more, obviously, Badia Shield cards, but you don't really have any more Mudryk. So if we look here, I'd say you probably want to snipe to this one, maybe 336, possibly even 326, just to give yourself a bit of a berth. Make sure you're getting some profit in there. The EA tax is about 17k, so you'll make about 10 to 15 off of this one. It's a little bit of a trickier one, but the higher profit ones are always going to be a bit hot. Now, an interesting one that you can also do if we go Team of the Year icon. Now, this was one that I never thought would really become a filter, because it's Team of the Year icons. I mean, how are they ever going to be cheap? But unfortunately, they've released an SBC for pretty much everyone that people would have packed. So if you had one, they've gone down in value. I personally had Perez, and I'm a bit disappointed that now everyone can get him. It just feels less valuable. But this guy goes down to 26k. So at 189 being the cheapest one, you've got a massive berth for profit there. 191 here. We can do a bit of compare price. You realistically want to be picking them up at about 170, maybe 100. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. 190. EA tax is about 10k. Yeah, 170 would be good. 175 at worst case scenario. So you've got a berth there of opportunity, but you want to make sure you're making a good profit. You don't want to be getting scammed and losing coins when you sell them on. And of course, if you go over to Winter Wildcards, you go French and you go forward, we do have the absolute lovely Saint Maximin and Lacazette and Dembele. Now, of course, Dembele kind of doesn't help with this filter because he ruins the value a little bit there. But if we go, I believe, if we look at Lacazette, I'm hoping that he has a decent price range. So 120, which I think, I'm going to say, if we put the minimum to 120, 121, Maximin and Dembele are both higher. That is brilliant. So we can use this as a filter. 170 there. So you're looking at about 160. So realistically, EA tax on that is going to be about, it's not really any more than 10k. It's nearing 10k. So you want to be sniping, if he's going for 170, you want to be sniping at 150. So 150 and below, absolutely one of the easiest filters there, and it's going to make you a lot of profit. I'll be honest, I don't think that there's much room for error here. I think it's a really good one because you've got two of the favourite players who now have, you know, Dembele's got a new card, so has Maximin. So realistically, these cards aren't as special anymore. You're going to be able to make a good bit of profit off these. So you're absolutely chilling. It's an easy one to do, and it's where we're going to end the video because these are two of my favorite players. So make sure to drop a like down below if you've enjoyed, subscribe, and actually if you want to see me open what is the Scam 500k pack, you can see I've got 5k FIFA points. I know you guys know exactly why I've got them, and that is to open this Scam pack. So if you want to see me get scammed again, I mean, we've already been given pretty much one of the worst team of the seasons you can have aside from Ramsdale, but we've had that. If you want to see me get scammed again, I mean, we've got, oh, that's dodgy. Now that, if anything says dodge, it's that, but we'll open it anyway, so make sure to subscribe, go check that out on Shorts, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.